Alright, I'm live, Bryce. Let me see something. This is a throwback.
TF music, 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 music.
I'm going platinum, platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum, platinum. I went platinum, platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum, platinum. I went platinum, platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum.
I went platinum up the reefer and the music. I used the reefer as a tool to the music. Now I'm platinum, platinum. Look at me, platinum, platinum. Indica, platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum. I went platinum, platinum. I went platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum. If I gave you a whole pick, tell me how fast can you get it to me, babe? I don't need the extras, I just need to know that you want the extras if you let it go fast. Show you how to build a buzz, then it's gonna last. I can show you how I build my buzz, I know it's gonna last. I showed up just in time with class. Platinum over stuff in that cushion in the bag life. Put them ever to this mad life. A lot of irrigation and some natural light. The plates yellow, can't hear cause they wrap too tight. A piece of advice, don't argue the price. If you comprehend that, you get as many as you like. The more consistency you have, the more I mean with the price. Yeah.
I'ma double up the price, double up the price.
I went platinum up the reefer and the music. I used the reefer as a tool to the music. Now I'm platinum, platinum. Look at me, platinum, platinum. Indica, platinum, platinum. I'm going platinum, platinum. Now that was 28 even. I waited 28 evenings for the best herbs. You would've swore I was a vegan.
All right, all right. I'm back. And let me start this by saying, because people was in my comments talking crazy, I love my mother. But as a woman born in 1983, which would make me 41 years old, I deserve and I command respect. See, what y'all don't understand is this. I spent all day with my mom and my kids. I hardly get to go live on weekdays, whether I'm with my kids or not, because when I come home from work, I'm tired. I'm not the goddess I used to be, where I was just on here any time of the day, just go live at the drop of a hat. I'm getting older. I'm tired. I work a full-time job. And not just I work a full-time job, I'm in one of the most expensive and grueling cities in the United States, which means I don't have the money to eat out every night the way I used to. Life is real. Life is lifing. So I gotta spend time making sure we eating up in here. So that at that, I don't have much time to go live. So I use the weekends as my time to go live. And even then, y'all don't see me that often, right? I do an array of things. I don't just talk negatively. I do tarot. See, this is why I said people always misjudging me, whether it's family, whether it's naysayers that's watching me. People is constantly misjudging me. And I'm really tired of it. Even my son said it's unfair how I get treated. When the kids start saying, why does everybody else get to do what they want to do but you? You know it's bad. You know it's bad when the kids peep it. So again, I didn't disrespect my mother. I told her from earlier I appreciated her driving us there. She sponsored most of that trip. I didn't disrespect her, but I did call her a hater because at this big age, now y'all in the chat tell me, at what age do your parents have to show you respect? Because again, yes, your parents should get respect. But at an adult age, when you're not living with your parents, they're not doing everything for you, respect is reciprocal. It's not a one-way street once you're an adult. Yes, you gave me life. And when I was a child, you could slap me up, flip me up, rub me down, whatever you wanted to do. Now that I'm a mother, I command respect. So let's leave that where it is. We had an amazing time still, but everybody's not going to agree with my lifestyle. Everybody's not going to agree with how I move. My mother came here at 8 o'clock this morning on a Sunday. We was up and ready to go. All right, I was about 15 minutes late. We got on the road and we got up to the water park at like 9:30. At 4, when we first got there, if y'all watched my first live, when my mother was beefing about that, I got off. I said, let me go, y'all. Click. And I gave her the respect, right? I gave my kids the respect. Thank you, even Steven. On the way out, first of all, I saw the neck things that people put their phone in. It was $40. I was like, I'm not spending $40 on that. I'll just leave my phone in the locker. So I gave everybody my undivided attention until 4 o'clock. And then something in my brain was like, when I saw that evil comment that that chick, the polygamous chick, the nun chick left. Then I was like, let me just address this because once I get home, I'm not going to be thinking about this girl. Let me address this now. I was trying to meet you and be cool with you, and you coming at me about my smile. Listen, it's bad enough there's people that want to see me fail. It's bad enough I already had people that wanted to see me fail. So for my smile to have taken a hit, that shit was supposed to put me in a corner and shut me up. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. For my smile to take a hit, I was supposed to be in the corner crying and on mute. Insecure, afraid, upset about what's going on. And I'm none of those things. You know why? Because all this did was catapult me to a better smile. I need y'all to hear this. Yes, these 4 months is going to be hard. But once I get my smile together, it's up and it's stuck. Even Steven, thank you. So again, I did not disrespect my mother, so I don't need nobody to come on here and like, oh, Donesia, if you out there, I heard what you said. You see both sides. But my mother is an Aquarius, just like my grandmother. And they both did the same thing to me when I said I wanted to start being a content creator. I didn't get the love from my family and friends the way I was supposed to. I did not. I got people that came at me like, why do you want to do this? Gave me every reason from Sunday why I shouldn't do it. And I'm saying, like, why? If it's my life, I'm an adult. I'm not talking about you. I'm not telling your tea. Why does it bother you that I want to be a content creator? Why does it bother people that sometimes I get nasty the way people are nasty towards me? I can't please everyone. And I'm not trying to please everyone. Aria, you all right? Tell me when you're ready, all right? So I can rinse that conditioner out. Donesia, I appreciate your point of view. You're right. And I said that to my mother. I said, all you had to do was nudge me and say, Leah, now's not the time. Or don't be so negative. And I would have listened to her. But the fact that she was in my live, like, you don't need to go live. You this, you not paying attention to your kids. It's like you being like everybody else. I need you to just be my mom and know that once you get to a certain age, your parents don't have the same role anymore. Hold on a second, guys. Once you get to a certain age, I'm coming, Aria. Once you get to a certain age, your parents gotta understand you can't come like that. I'm coming, Aria. I heard you. Come out. Leave the conditioner on. Because it needs to get sold. I'm gonna put a plastic cap on it and watch it. Yeah, put this on. Because it needs to sit so it can do its job. It's not there. All right. Here's the lotion. Put lotion on yourself. And your clothes. Give me a second. Watch out. Bryce, come out for a second. And right, Aria, put these on. Sorry, pick those up. All right. I'm sorry. I thought I put the music on. Y'all heard everything. I was trying to be diplomatic. It was wonderful seeing three generations together. I still had a good time. I'm not mad about the trip. Again, go ahead. That was for y'all. From the time I decided to be a content creator, everybody close to me gave me a problem. Everybody. From friends, excuse me, to family. I was not getting encouraged. I had a fake friend that tell me she couldn't be my friend no more. As soon as I got monetized, she couldn't be my friend no more. She got a reading from some lady who now, rest in peace to her, because people love putting stuff out there. The lady, the reader who now is in heaven, or maybe not, maybe purgatory, because she was pump faking like a tarot reader. Um, she told this girl that I was supposed to be friends with that I was a negative person. And I'm saying, like, what is negative about my friendship with her? She said, "Oh, I watched your channel." This is early. This is in 2020, y'all. And she was saying I was negative then. I ain't start getting negative to after that. I was on my pro black power. So where was I negative at? So I was like, okay, I'm being negative. So you basically saying I'm not a good friend to her because of my channel. And then the way she broke it down, Bryce, hi, man. The way she broke it down, you don't have no clothes on, was like, it's not really about you. It's about her and how she feels. I wasn't trying to push you away, Bryce. You could always be in my video. You have underwear on. All I need is somebody to say, "Oh, she don't got no clothes on, son." When the bath water goes out, you taking a bath next. Yeah, I give my kids baths. They gotta get that chlorine out their hair. I gotta wash their hair, but I needed to say this. One thing, so me and my mother argued on the way back, and one thing she said that baffled me was, "So everybody's wrong but you." I'm like, yeah, actually. Do I have to run it down? Nobody's wrong. No, you're not wrong. It's always everybody else. I'm like, I can see how that sounds, but in all actuality, yeah, that's about right. Everybody is wrong. Everybody is the problem. You know why? Because I mind my business. Like, let's not talk about the past for a second. Let's talk about now. I don't bother people. I'm in my own lane. I don't bother people. Literally, nobody has my number. A handful of people have my new number. Not because I was trying to push people away, because I'm being a hermit. I'm not in the mixing in the crowd like that because all people do is find a reason to make me a problem. So if I'm not around and I'm not bothering you and I'm not asking you for nothing, how am I a problem now? Well, what makes me a problem when I don't bother people? I'm gonna wait for that because I could run down my whole list of enemies or people that don't like me, and none of them have nothing to say. Let's start with the most recent. At my job, I got plugged into this job from a previous company. So last year, I was working at a home care agency when I was living in Brooklyn. My children's father got arrested, and I had to keep the kids because I didn't know where he was. I ended up losing my job because of him getting arrested. But I'm the problem. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So I lost my job, but I met a young lady there who actually took one position from me. And I'm not gonna say she took the position from me. She applied for the same position I was after first initially, and they hired her. So I end up applying for a second position, right, at the same company. So when we started at the same time, I introduced myself and I said, "By the way, we was going up for the same job, and they hired you." But I wasn't a hater about it. I still was the girl's friend. Me and her used to go to lunch every day together, to the point where when she left, she didn't get fired like me. She left. The directors that hired her left as well, and they went to the company that I'm at now. Once they got solidified at this company, she hit me and was like, "Aaliyah, they hiring. I really think you would be a good match for this job." She called me. I didn't call her. She hit me. Thank you, La Regina. People don't like me for no reason. And then it becomes, it's got to be you. And I'm like, but how? I don't bother nobody. All I do is try to help people. So this young lady told me about the job. They hired me. And I'm thinking, oh, we going to be cool again the way we was. No, she started acting different towards me. But I still had the job. So I end up going to a different office. She's in Brooklyn. I went to Lake Success. So she was the first employee of this department, and then they hired two women after her. They made her the supervisor, and the other two women, I don't know if they go by seniority or whatever to promote you, but these two women wasn't fitting the bill. Just put it like that. One of them is not no longer there, and the other one is on her way out. So the chick that's on her way out is Hispanic, and she never wants to translate for me. Anytime I said something in the email about a case that I was working on, the people would get an attitude. One day I called her because she was getting an attitude in the email, and I'm like, forget about the email. I said, "What's going on?" She got so upset with me, damn near cursed me out, and banged the phone on me. And this is an office setting. Okay, cool. A few weeks later, she's on her way out. I don't know how. I don't care how. Y'all people that hate on me for no reason are on your way out. I don't care. It's just like the movie. I say this all the time. People laugh at me. It's just like the movie 300. Yes, I'm not saying it in the right tense, but I'm saying it in my own tense. It could be 300 people against me. Don't mean that 300 people is right and I'm wrong. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. Ebola, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mika. I'm gonna leave this up for a minute. Let me read this because this is it right here. This is you know how you be like, that's it. That's the comment right there. Over the years of me watching your channel, my theory is that people have a problem with your personality. You are headstrong, direct, honest, confident, passionate, and logical. Thank you, sis. All of that. People can't stand me. Even the people I thought could stand me, when they finally get around me, it's like, I really don't like this girl. I could offer my last to people. I could tell them my bad stories to even the playing field. I'm not cocky. I may be confident in certain things, but I'm never cocky. Again, I just told y'all I took a blow with my smile. The first couple of days I was messed up. I didn't even want to come home. I didn't want to come home to my man because I'm like, he didn't meet me like this. He didn't meet me like this. So why would I want to come home like this? I really don't bother people. People troll me, I don't troll them back. I don't flag people's channels. I don't try to get people's channels taken down the way they do me. I don't bother. Y'all gotta understand something about me. I have a delayed reaction in my brain. I'm not always quick to respond. I let people continuously hurt me, and then when I can't take no more, I'm like this. Arabella, shout out to you. I meant to say thank you for the cash app. And guess what? I needed that. I'm not here bragging about the place I got, although I came a long way and I am proud of myself. It's not a flex when my rent is hella expensive. Y'all. Oh my God. It's not a flex. It's not. And I'm still not begging nobody for nothing. That $25 I needed. Shout out to Seven for sending me a cash up of $23 the other day. Y'all don't know that I need that money. I need to, if I should, I got 2 big bags of laundry right now. No, 3 bags. I gotta wash clothes for my kids to go back with their father to go to summer camp tomorrow. So yeah, I might have a job and this channel might be monetized, but guess what? I have a problem going live. So I can't really make money from here. I go to work and I'm limited with those funds. Where's the money at? I ain't really got it like that, y'all. I really don't. But I still don't come on here begging people. What's up, Ant Report? How you doing? I've grown a lot. Thank you for that. Thank you for noticing. No, I'm not a dainty woman. Caribbean people love using the word dainty. I'm not dainty. I've never been dainty in my whole entire life. I don't know if other people see that in me, but I don't see it in myself. I'm not dainty. I got a little bit of masculine energy in me, but that's my personality. I don't want to be like that, but can we really help our personalities? Thank you, Michelle. Again, I appreciate y'all commentary and the people that's objective. Yes, I understand my mother wanting my time, but I don't understand how she came off in the background. I had to tell her, sis, I'm 41. I'm not 14. It comes a time when parents have to respect their kids. It comes a time. You can't treat your kids like kids all the time. Again, I could understand if I live in my mother's house and she does everything for me and then she felt like, oh, I'm a son, you my daughter. No, I don't live there. Why are you talking to me like that in front of my kids on my phone that I paid a bill for? That's all I was saying. Shout out to you because I'm about to wash my kids' clothes with that. Exactly. I tell people that I am the macaroni and the cheese and the egg that holds it together. It's because you follow no one and you lead yourself. Keep in mind, I didn't grow up with siblings. I have an older sister by way of my father, but I didn't grow up with her. I don't have the normal upbringing of siblings and people in the home and I have to compete with people. I didn't have to compete with nobody but me. I'm my biggest competition. I didn't have to fight for my mother's love or my father's love. I was the only kid in the house that I grew up in. So understand my personality is the way it is because of how I was raised. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch me, but then you don't also have to try to throw shade at me because when I call these bitches out to catch a fade, they ain't nowhere to be found. That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying, thank you, Ebola. And guess what? I'm doing all of this for my kids, and I'm still gonna go to work tomorrow. Mouth messed up or not. Let me tell you what this lesson is. This lesson was stop taking stuff for granted when you have it in front of your face, which is gonna bring me into what's going on with Houston. Stop taking for granted the resources you have right now. We always look at what we don't have, but what about what we do have and how we're utilizing it when we have it? I waste a lot of time. I'm wasting my Wi-Fi. I'm wasting electricity. I'm wasting gas. I'm wasting because I'm not fully utilizing the things that I'm putting money into and investing into. You get what I'm saying? I'm not. For instance, I was back and forth so much in Houston that Every time I came back from New York to go to Houston, either my lights was off or my water was off. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, if I could just pay the money to get my stuff on like this, I can go live. I always worried about going live. You're not dressed, Ari. Don't come in the camera. All right. So, and then I would kick myself. Like, when I had everything paid for, I wasn't going live enough. Now that brings me into what's going on in Houston. I just watched a video of a young lady that's a content creator that's in Houston. And a lot of people still don't have electricity. When I tell you I'm crying for y'all because Houston is one of my favorite places. I lost my mom going to the house. I don't know the real dynamics of an adult daughter. My relationship. That's why I was careful with my work. No, I understand. I'm sorry to hear about the loss of your mom. I really am. And I wanted to spend that time with my mother, sidebar. But I'm also an adult. And it's a slippery slope because it's like, yes, that's always your mother. But once you become a mother, you feel differently about how your parents talk to you. But we'll get back to that. We're gonna spin the block, and again, my condolences. Your mother may be going through an adjustment period. She's so used to parenting you through some of your struggles, but she will do better time with her. That could be it too. That could be it too, because I left. Yes, baby. I get it. That I didn't say I don't understand where she's coming from. And that's what got me upset because I said I get the premise, but I also feel like you didn't have to say it to me like that because I am an adult. That's all. Moving on. You said who can afford to be dainty in this American society? You have to hit the ground running. The masculine energy comes because we have to protect ourselves, not to mention provide for ourselves. And let me tell y'all a secret. Even when you have a man, a fiance, does that mean that all my needs are met? Hello? I love him. I appreciate him. But does that mean that he's fulfilling all my needs? No. And no man will ever fulfill all your needs. We have to come with something, right? Especially when you have your own kids you're coming into a relationship with. I can't expect any man to fully take care of me and my kids. That's the decision I made in my life to have kids. And it's unfortunate that I'm not with any of my children's fathers. So what ends up happening is as a single woman and you going through a single mother and you end up in a relationship with a man, whether he has kids or not, you still gotta fend for your kids. You might find a really great guy that wants to help you with your kids, but you as a woman gotta fend for your own kids. Thank you, Ebola. I appreciate you. Is your daughter okay? Because I didn't realize because I don't see too many people making videos about it. I feel like Houstonians are a little embarrassed. Because remember, they brag a lot in Houston. Living out there could be a dream. Similar to Atlanta. Living in Houston is similar to Atlanta, where it's a mecca of black people that's affluent. Listen, I'm a subscriber to trulia.com, which is like a subsector of Zillow. They send me houses all the time in Houston under 200K. You ain't never gonna find that in New York, ever. You can live rich without having a lot in Houston. Mm-hmm. Exactly. We not in those times no more at all. Actually, in New York, you need about 4 to 5 incomes. Not a full time, not 2 full-time jobs, or maybe so, but you need multiple streams of income to make it out here, or you ain't gonna make it. You're not. But I got your point, Donisha. I wasn't negating anything that y'all said. I said I get my mother wanted to spend time with me, but she could have said, Aaliyah, can you not go live until we leave? And guess what? What would be my response to her saying it like that? I'd have been like, okay, ma, I'll get off, just like I did earlier. But she was going off on me in the background. She was going off. But we gonna slide that to the side. I love you, ma. But when it comes to this live thing, I just can't do it around people that I know. I just can't. You said she is okay. She's with friends that have a generator. I think. Oh yes, good for her. I'm so happy for that. Cause all I could think about was when I was in Houston. It would be days I would leave the house and turn the central AC off and come back to it smelling like mildew. The smell alone was baffling. In July of all months, one of the hottest months in Houston, I couldn't even open a window in the summertime in the south side of Houston. I was in Sunnyside to be exact. I couldn't even crack a window, not just because of the humidity and there's no cool breeze, because of the flies. There's so many flies in Houston. When they say the swamp, you can't even crack a window in the summertime in Houston. You can't. And so to hear that people still don't have power, my heart is ripped in shreds for them. I don't have to know people personally. I know what I experienced out there. When my AC broke down in my car, I'd rather walk than get in the car with no AC. It was hotter in the car than outside. Houston, Texas is not a game in July and August. What? Right. It's not what she said, it's how she said it. That's the problem with a lot of conversations, approaches, everything. That's all I'm saying. I don't get respected for me being an adult. But we gonna spin a block on that. Boomer parents can sometimes be so over the top. Their parents treated them like children all of their lives, so they expect the same from each other. And the crazy thing is, I don't really feel like my grandparents treated my mother like that, the way she treats me. I don't feel that. But either way, that's her relationship with them. I just know what I expect from my parents. I don't expect for my parents to talk to me like that. Because at this stage in my life, at this stage, not who I was last year, this stage, I've been out of my mother's house this whole year. Houston is built on swampland. Oh yeah, them flies are crazy. And guess what? The flies die in the cold weather. Yo, I was like, Houston is the opposite of New York. Our flies thrive in the cold air, child. Please. Where they flies die. Because think about it, they so used to be outside in the heat that when they cut when I promise, I don't know if it's just the flies in my apartment, but when the flies would come in, they had like a short lifespan. When that AC hit them, it's like they just crumble and die. You too, Arabelle. Thank you. So yeah, y'all. I feel for Houston. Um, that's where I want to be. But this just showed me that everything people been saying thus far, from Michi X to the angry prepper, all the preppers of the world, this is why they wanted us to be prepared. This is why you're supposed to be prepared for times like this. This is why you're supposed to have water. This is why supposed to have the little dried foods and canned goods and stuff, because what are the babies going through right now? Thank God I breastfed my kids. But what about the kids that's strictly solely on formula? Is there no running water either? You did the once at the table video down there by your. Oh yeah, I was showing different things down south when I was in Texas. I would go live and show y'all the Black Beauty Supply store, and they used to do something on Sundays, a pop up shop on Sundays. I wanted to be a part of it so bad, but I was back and forth between Houston and New York. But that's another story. What I want to get off my chest is this. I spend a lot of time with the angel on this shoulder and the devil on this shoulder. Sometimes I want to be negative. Sometimes it feels good. But then I have other moments where I'm like, I'm fighting those demons. I'm fighting to be positive. But I got to get to a space that life is about a healthy balance. I could be positive and negative at the same damn time. And if people don't like that in me, I don't care. I don't bother people. The hospitals are suffering. They were saying a lot of people got sent to the hospital for carbon monoxide poisoning because they in their vehicles to stay cool. That brought tears to my eyes. I cried like a baby listening to these stories because I was there and I could have been one of these people. I had my moments in Texas that I suffered. Everything wasn't roses and peaches and cream. It was one time my water bill was like $600. I was like, how? I had to fight the water company. How is my water? I still owe Houston Waterworks. How is my water $600 Why y'all didn't tell me my Wi-Fi wasn't on? Hold on. All right. Damn. This whole live probably was. I'm praying for Houston to get their power immediately. Any obstacles, any barriers in Houston's way, spirit, ancestors, and guides, remove it. I love Houston. I had some good, really good moments, and I had a couple of bad moments, but I really love Houston. They showed me hella love. They didn't look at me like, oh, you from New York, you think you all of that. They was like, ooh, New York, either New York, Boston, Chicago. I was like, New York. They was like, yeah. They wasn't hating on me. They wasn't hating. The women was nice. I probably met a couple of losers, but in comparison to the good people, it didn't even matter. Oh, y'all can hear? Okay, good. So, yeah, my prayers are with Houston. I love Houston. I will go there just for a vacation. I'm telling you, boy. It's a place, it's just like, to me, it's like another Atlanta, but better. Seeing all the black people in the South Side, I was like, damn. Like, you don't see that in New York. It's always mixed. You know what I mean? It's always a mixture. Like I said, y'all saw a lot of clear people. Houston ain't like that. Well, again, in certain parts. The South Side of Houston is strictly black. Only time you see a white person in the South Side is if they coming for drugs, child. And I mean that. Because you could tell. Now, anyway, I pray that all my Houstonians get to where they need to be. I just don't get it. Because if that happens in New York, I'm telling y'all right now, it's going to be an uprising. It's going to be an uprising. We can't tolerate that in this city. I'm telling you right now. That's not going to work. We need Wi-Fi. We need everything. We need them fire sticks to work. We need all of that. You said Texas, we welcome you anytime. Yeah, I got stuck here. I got stuck. And it's sad. I don't want to be here, but what am I going to do? When you're from a place and you go somewhere else, sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board to figure out how to get back. I didn't go to Houston with a job. I didn't go with a real plan. I just went. I rolled the dice and I was like, oh, wherever the chips fall, they gonna fall. And that's not smart. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a way to make money. I didn't have none of that. I went with what I had and tried to make it work. But again, nobody deserves to be without power. They had to throw all their food out. I heard somebody say they wasn't bathing. I don't know what the power and electricity has to do with the water, but I could be mistaken because New York is different. I thought electricity was separate from the water, but I guess if the electricity is not working, the water can't come through. Somebody help me understand this before I get off. I gotta give Bryce a bath. How does the electricity affect the water in Houston? Because I really don't know. I'm being for real. Every city and state is different. For instance, when you rent an apartment in Texas, the tenant has to pay the water separately. Whereas in New York, they're not making you pay for water separately. All right, hot water, yes, in a sense, because it's a part of the gas. But a lot of places that's apartments, they pay for the water. It's included in the rent. Texas has the largest population of Black Americans. Yup. Florida too. Yup. I'm a Black woman, but I was shell shocked. I was like, damn, there's so many Black people. I'm not used to that. On the buses, on the train, not the train, but on the bus. I never took the city bus in Texas because it just looked different. With all those Black people, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, this is different. Sometimes your own people could scare you too, because it was a lot of vagabonds on them buses. And I'm like, oh, I already don't know my way around town. I'm not ready. I wasn't even ready for the marcha, y'all. I still got a marcha ticket that I didn't spend. If anybody's in Atlanta, Georgia, let me know. I'll send that marcha right to you. You need a marcha? I'll mail it to you. I paid for a couple of trips and I don't think I'll ever be back to use it. What y'all saying? They contract out the electric outside of Texas. But Texas has their own grid. They don't use the outside grid. I thought they had their own grid that they control. And that's why it's always messed up. Even when they had the snowstorm, it was messed up. But again, sometimes that lower price of living could actually cost you more in the end, is what I'm trying to say. Yes, you can find a place for cheaper. Yes, your mortgage, your rent, gas, food. But what about when things like this happen? It costs you more sometimes than living in an expensive city. I think my cousin said because of the sump pump. I don't know what that is. Is that like the swamp? They gotta drain the swamp? I don't know. You can even do prepaid lights here. Really? Empire Business says you should have gained weight a long time ago. I need to lose weight now. You talking about gaining weight. Child, please. I need to lose a little. I can stand to lose 5 to 10 pounds, okay? Seriously. When your thighs start rubbing together and making friction when you walk. The other day, my thighs was rubbing so much, I had to stop walking for a minute. I was like, hold up. Something don't feel right. It was my thighs. I was about to cause a forest fire. I was like, oh no, I gotta lose some weight. I gotta lose some weight. Last time I checked, I was almost 170. And for y'all gonna say, that's not bad. When you're 5'3", it kind of is. Mommy, I feel something in my throat. Like what? I feel like there's something small in my throat. Go drink some water. That red cup on the sink. He said I was designed to be thick. I don't know about that. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm sorry. That was an accident. I don't think I was designed. The end report. I don't think I was designed to be thick because my thighs is rubbing together too crazy. I'm like, it's no way chicks is walking around with their thighs rubbing like this and they comfortable. I'm sitting here like, what am I doing wrong? I had to walk like this. Don't laugh at my outfit. I had to walk like this. I was like, no wonder people be out here walking weird. That's because their thighs is rubbing together. What's going on? Hmm? The water? Hold on. I think we all just tired from screaming and yelling, and we was in the water. I think we're just tired because I'm a little bit like Texas has always been trying to low succeed from the union. That is why there's Juneteenth. Oh, yo, who said that's why it's Juneteenth? No, how about Texas and Mississippi was the last 2 states to realize they was free? Oh my god, that's why Juneteenth in Texas is a big deal because they was the one of the last people to know that they was free. So they was slaves when they didn't have to be slaves. 5'3", you ever shorty? You don't look that short on camera. Yeah, I'm 5'3". I told y'all. So when you that short and you technically I'm obese. Technically. In the eyes of the National Health Department or whatever, the World Health Organization says I'm obese. I should be about 140. Yeah, Texas do their own thing. That's why we have Republic of Texas. Sorry. The end report says I look tall. Okay. That's good. My ideal height is 5'6". I always want to be 5'6" because I feel like women who are 5'6" and up, their jeans just fit. It's certain women I be hating on, like, my jeans never fit like that. It be baggy at the bottom. I'm talking about a perfect, it just lays on the ankle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Skinny jeans, it just lays. Mine don't lay. It be bagging at the bottom. I'm the type that needs to get a hem in my pants, but I don't. Because I ain't got it like that. I wear them as is. I ain't know I look tall to y'all. Okay. No, I'm 5'3". But yeah, y'all. Me going live causes so much controversy in my life. I don't get it. Why can't I use this as my form of expression? People get offended as if I be talking about them every day. No, I only talk about you as needed. Cause see, if we was to be able to converse in real life and be able to handle our difficulties, I wouldn't have to go live. And then people try to blame me like, oh, why you don't need to tell your business on live. No, y'all not gonna mess up my mental health in real life with your nastiness and your attitude. So when I go live, that's to combat all the hate. Man, I wish social media was out when I was younger. When I was in high school, I really wish social media was what it was. Let me tell you something. I'll be cursing so many people out. My self esteem would be so high because I'll be able to get off my chest everything I really want to say. There's no what you call it, making amends with certain people. There's not. Some people just really, it just really is what it is. So you over there talking shit about me, you over there treating me bad, and then you mad when I go live and start talking shit about you? Bitch, I would say it in your face, but you a pussy. I'm just saying. I would say it in your face, but you're not real enough to have a conversation. So if I'm on my channel, why you mad? You said hell, some people in Mississippi still did not get the memo. They were still holding people hostage in the 1970s. Yo. Wow. 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 And this is probably why up north gets so much hate because we been knew we was a slave child. I mean, we still slaves in a certain aspect, but we wasn't slaves in the aspect of being locked and chained. You have repeatedly said this is therapeutic for you. What's not for people to understand? Because they don't like it. People people feel like they can control other people. Why do you go live crying? Why are you telling your business? Why are you doing that? Don't celebrities do it too? How many celebrities y'all saw cry on here? How many? But that's okay. No, it's not okay because y'all be making fun of them too. But then the same people that y'all say, why are you venting? If they was to take their own life, then y'all gonna say, why did you do that? That's the coward way out. When maybe all they needed to do was talk about their problems. This shit clears my energy. It clears my mental health. Once I talk about it, I'm good. I'm not waiting for no therapy session that I gotta pay to wait for. I'm not doing that. This is my own therapy. And I don't care anymore. I don't need people's validation. Not even the man I sleep with. I love you, boo, but I don't need your validation either. Sorry. We all need an outlet, one to call our own. If going live is yours, don't let anyone deter you from it. Right. Because guess what? Even the friends that I thought I had in real life, they wasn't really friends. It wasn't really friends. I couldn't vent to them about what I was going through with my children's father because they took this nigga side. I can't vent to people I know. And that's why, if y'all notice, I separated myself from a lot of people in here. A lot of, now I'm not going to say a lot of people, but I separated myself from how I used to conduct myself on social media in the sense of being a rider for people that's not riding for me. I'm not doing that no more. I ride for me first, and then everybody else comes next. I'm riding for me, meaning what I want to do goes, how I want to do it goes, and everybody else could kick rocks. But let me tell you something, y'all. Even you, Donisha, you said my black candles, you thought they wasn't working. Child, that's because we ain't a fly on the wall for everything. But they are working. They are definitely working. I'm just mad at myself that I didn't continue doing the Black Candle Day that we were supposed to do every month for the powers that be. Oh yeah, because that was working. Look at the powers that be. Hmm. Pay attention now. Imagine if this was worldwide with my Black Candle Day. Look at the powers that be. Look at them. Look at them for a minute. Let's take a moment of silence. Hold on. Let's look at some of the corrupt judges. They getting put out. You get out of here. Oh yeah, you getting benched. And not the bench you think it's gonna be. You getting benched like sideline hoe. You a sideline hoe. The politicians in power, sideline hoes. Even Trump, Biden, all the people up here, are crumbling down. Do y'all not see it? Do you see it? You said, I'm telling you, my family in the South be so mad at me. They always call us ghetto. I had to tell them, just because we know that we are free, we will stand up for ourselves. Y'all, I'm glad you said that because being in Long Island reminds me of being in either Mississippi or Texas. Like, the black people out there got a slave mentality. They be quick to, oh, here, massa, here's your, like they was. I ordered pizza. They was giving all the white people the pizza first, and I was the last one. They still got a slave mentality that massa comes first, and your own people come last. That's a slave mentality. So again, the premise of this live is it had no premise. It's all over the place. That's why this channel is what it is. I have to tell my story for everything that I'm doing to make sense. It is not going to make sense to everybody, and that's okay. When I'm doing when love isn't enough, I don't want to just tell other people's stories. I want to let them know that I could have been you. Because my children's father tried to kill me in a whole nother way. Every death is not physical. The tarot will tell you that. Every death isn't a physical death. There's emotional deaths, there's spiritual deaths. And he tried to kill me. I could have been one of those women, right? Any one of us. So I don't want to just tell the story and act like I'm better than. I'm telling a story because I could be one of those women. I could have been. You said when they looked like they weren't working to us, they actually were. They were in the time of spirit, not us. Oh, don't need you. I'm just saying. Them candles is working, child. It's just that everybody's not gonna admit what's going on with them, right? But they working. Mine enemies are becoming my footstool. So I was telling you about the lady on the job. She's on her way out. I have to start her position tomorrow. So where people think I'm this bad person and I'm just how? How? Y'all tried to get me out. They was mad that a new person was starting in the company. And all these women was treating me bad. Even the one that put me onto the job. I always get isolated. I'm always on the outskirts. Like, I'm not a part of the crowd. But those same people that spend so much time isolating me, they get the same thing in return. Literally. Y'all gotta stop fucking with me. I'm a witch. Don't you get it? Not just am I a witch, I'm one of God's people. Stop fucking with me. That's all I ask. I don't bother you. Stop bothering me. Whoever it is. Because it's not going to go over well with my ancestors. Y'all keep bothering me like this. I came to this earth to help. And every time I help someone, they ate my hands. They not only took from my hands, they tried to eat my hands off and take whatever I had left for themselves. How you do that when somebody's trying to help you? How do you turn on a person that's trying to help you? So again, I'm content with me. Can't nobody make me feel bad about myself. Nobody. Male or female. Whether I love you, like you or not. I'm Big Goddess. I'm here to stay. Tooth or no tooth. Christian Rock Senior or not. I'm here. Who gonna check me, boo? I couldn't be on phone. No, I'm about to get off. And on that note, let me get off here and tend to my kids. You know why else it's a hard night for me? Because my kids don't want to go back with their father, and I gotta deal with that. I gotta deal with how it feels that we had such a good 2 weeks, and I gotta send them back to a lying, scamming jerk that don't deserve them. That don't feel good. And guess what my son said to me before I get off? Mommy, why did you ever listen to daddy? He's not the boss of you. Why did you ever come back? Because even the kids are starting to realize you let this man get so much power just to hurt all of us. But I command my children back from a demon. Take your kid and your new life and give me my kids and go about your business. That's what I command. It's not an ask. Not asking no demons for nothing. I'm taking it from you. You heard? Because on that note, what you wish for me is happening to you. What you wish for my kids gonna happen to your kids. Burn the candle now, Mommy? Yes. And me and my kids is about to write a petition to God, since y'all think I don't believe in God. Me and my kids gonna light this next candle together. Cause it's time to command that we're together. Yes, Superstar Bella. That's what Bright said. And guess what this man's response is? I'm influencing the kids to say that. How? How can I influence them to say that? They're gonna say what they wanna say. So on that note, we gonna light our candles. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. After Bryce get out the bath, we gonna write our petition together. I never did that with my kids, but I'm gonna do it today. Before they go back, I command them back from a demon and all the demons and flying monkeys around them that wanted them to think their mother don't love them, that wanted them to believe they don't got no mother. You gonna feel everything I felt with your kids. Why you think that your hate for me is so strong? No, your hate for kids is even stronger because they're the ones hurting, you dummies. And on that note, good night. I love y'all. See you later. Exactly. They're not puppets.